Hello, in this video I'll be solving question on distance, speed and time. A car travels from town A to town B at speed of 60 km per hour. It returns from town B to town A along the same route at 40 km per hour. If the total time for the trip is 5 hours, find the distance between the two towns. We are told that a car travels from town A to town B at speed of 60 km per hour. Let this point be town A and this point be town B. The car travels at the speed of 60 km per hour. The car moves from this town to this town at 60 km per hour. We use kilometer per hour to measure speed. We are also told that it returns from town B to town A along the same route at 40 km per hour. The car moves from this town B back to town A at 40 km per hour, this time around at a lower speed. We are also told that the total distance, the total time for the trip is 5 hours. That is the time it took to travel from town A to town B and back to town A. The time is 5 hours. We are now asked to find the distance between the two towns. We should find the distance between town A and town B. Let the distance, let it be x. Let the distance between this town and this town, let it be x. Now, looking at our diagram, the distance between A and B is the same as the distance between B to x, and the distance is x. Now, also, the time it will take for the car to move from town A and town B and from town B and town A will not be the same because the speed is not the same. When the car is moving from town A to town B, the speed is 60 km per hour. When the car is returning back to town A, the speed is 40 km per hour. It implies the time taken will not be the same. It also implies it will take a shorter time to move from town A to town B than from town B to town A. Now, we can solve this question by first finding the time that this car will use to move from town A to town B, and also the time it will use to move from town B to town A, and sum it up. Because we are told from the question that if the total time for the trip is 5 hours, it implies if we know the time from A to B and B to A, if we sum the time, it should give us 5 hours. Now, from our formula of finding distance is given as speed times time. We can calculate time by dividing both sides by speed. If we divide both sides by speed, divide this side by speed, we cancel speed. Time will be equal to distance over speed. This is the formula for finding time. In this question, I'll be using T to represent time, D to represent distance, and S to represent speed. Now, let's solve this question. Our distance, which is D, is given as x. Our time, let's find the time it takes the car to move from this point to this point. Our time is given by distance over speed. Now, T1, the time it takes to move from town A to town B, let's call it T1. Our distance is x. It's x over the speed is 60. It means the time taken to move from this town to this town is x over 60. Okay, let's also calculate the time taken to move from B to A. Let's call this time T2. T2 is equal to D over S, which is equal to our D is X, the same distance, over our speed this time around is 40, which is 40. So our T2 is 40. Now we are told that the total time for the trip is 5 hours. That implies when we add this time from A to B and time from B to A, it will be equal to 5 hours. So this implies T1 plus T2 is equal to 5 hours. Our T1 is X over 60 plus our T2 is X over 40 equal to 5 equal to 5. Now the next thing we'll be doing is to find the LCM of 60 and 40, and the LCM is 120. So this will be 120. 120 divided by 60 is 2. 2 times x is 2x plus 120 divided by 40 is 3. 3 times x is 3x equal to 5. If we simplify this, this will be what? 2x plus 3x is 5x over 120 equal to 5 over 1. The next thing we'll be doing is we are going to cross multiply. We'll multiply this by this and this by this. So this will become 5x times 1 is 5x equal to 120 times 5 is 600. If we divide both sides by 5, we are going to get the value of x. So this will become x equal to 600 divided by 5. So that our x will be equal to 120 kilometers. So the distance between A to B is 120 kilometers. If you find this video useful, please kindly subscribe so that you'll be notified when I upload another video. Thank you.